Heyo, what is up everyone? It is the Alpha J of the Alpha J Show. Looking through what I'm going to be posting later on, it's going to be a lot of negative stuff. Not because I want to start bashing cartoons and I don't really want to praise good ones. Quite the opposite actually. I do want to praise good ones and I don't really want to bash negative cartoons all the time. It's just that with Animation April, a lot of positive cartoons got pushed back, which gave it the illusion that I did a lot of positive reviews when, honestly, I kind of want a little bit of a balance, maybe leaning towards the positive side. Half of the fun of being a reviewer is actually to review stuff you don't think is good. I do have some repeat offenders, one-off holiday events that may need to be torn apart, so for this week, let's talk about Back at the Barnyard. In fact, let's talk about straight to Nicktoons 3D CGI movie or show ports. Penguins of Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda, Attack and the Power of Juju, Planet Sheen, Rabbit Invasion, How to Train Your Panda, and Back at the Barnyard. Throwing in Fanboy and Chum Chum as well, none of these shows are truly praised or truly trashed. They are somewhat in the middle, some worse and some better. It makes shows like The Amazing World of Gumball and Jimmy Neutron look, let's say, not the best for using 3D and being part of that discussion. They look like outliers. Episodes like the following may not give 3D cartoons a bad name, but the combination of poor quality and poor consistency in this show, combined with the lazy cop-out of being a movie port and the attitude of Nick booting most of their shows quite quickly to Nicktoons, surely gives 3D CGI cartoons the reputation it unfortunately earned. So let's talk about Club Otis. The episode starts out Cephalopod Lodge style. What style is that, you may ask? Cutting directly to the main characters being in a secret group with no explanation, hand-waving it as the group being secret to the show. That's all we know. However, I'll give them this. They don't include the SpongeBob filler, but as bittersweet as that will later be, it cuts to the major hypocrisy down the road.
Hi there, fellas!
I don't know how serious this story wants me to take it. On one hand, it's very forced. Let's throw out the fact that Otis was looking in that general direction when he stopped. That is when Abby and Bessie came into the picture. I don't look at a silly hat and think, it's a club, but then again, I'm not a talking she-cow. On the other hand, this being the 15th episode, assuming this has some thread of continuity, Abby should have already knew about the club by now. I would say that none of this matters considering the club doesn't come back any other time and that this isn't the main issue, but it brings up something that even the most passionate of critics, of me, or any reviewer of animation brings. Characters need motivation for anyone to care. Time after time, we see characters get into situations just for the sake of it, and a good chunk of us don't like it, even if it does have the action that comes with a quote-unquote good episode. And coming from someone as lazy as me, I didn't get up wanting to get as many subs as I do now. It took multiple decisions, multiple actions, and in a broad sense, motivation. You know, the thing that took you to my channel, you needed a reason too. The thing that made you watch this video, you needed a reason. Even if your reason was just that you were bored or just because, that works because it was harmless. The reason that just because doesn't work in media, especially children's shows, is because of the small fact that you're trying to sell this. Some of you may think I'm going way too critical on this. Fine, maybe I am to you. So let me give you more reasons. We know Bessie is in this series to not care 99% of the time. She serves as a straight man or woman or cow. And if you know a character, she couldn't care less about the club, right?
Bessie, let's follow them and spy on their secret clubhouse.
Yeah, right. I'd rather stay home and check myself for ticks.
Even if you might get secret information that you can use to humiliate them at some future date?
Let's go clubbing.
Well, if it took so little to persuade you, then you must have not opposed it so strongly in the first place, huh? So we get your club cliches, plus a rat spanking a dog with the fish. Never mind if the fish is alive. This is all well and good, nothing particularly wrong here. On the outside, Abby is very interested in the club. However, Bessie still acts like she doesn't care. It brings up the question of why she still goes through with it. They sneak in and get caught immediately to the club's obvious shock. Again, nothing bad here, your standard progression.
Sorry, we weren't spying on your club. We were just, taking a walk.
Yeah, we're very sorry. Please don't punish us. We were just... Wait a minute. Why am I apologizing to you morons?
Remember Bessie, the no-nonsense, brutally honest cow, but she has a soft side as well? Me neither. Alright, so we get into the really bad part of this episode. I need you, as the viewer, to remember these few things.
Can I join? Can I please, can I join?
Sure, I don't see why not.
Brother Otis, can we talk to you for a second?
May we remind you that the Brotherhood of the Barnyard is a boys-only organization?
If I let Abby in the club, what are you guys gonna do, quit?
Yes!
Alright, so we have the following. Abby wanting to join, and Otis being the one to accept with the others not wanting her in the club, even going as far as to leave if she joins the club. Remember this. So for everyone to be happy, Otis proposes the idea of making the club so lame that Abby would leave, just to make the rest of them happy. They go through with this, and what you think would happen does happen, with no subversion. No, they don't go through with the make the club lame, but the person actually likes it, so the moral can be to be honest and upfront. They have something more convoluted. So Abby throws a fit and leaves. Otis, along with the group, are noticeably happy. In fact, Pip makes fun of Abby doing the eye exam. So since the group, all of them, they didn't want Abby in the club except Otis. Otis did. This happens.
Sorry, I forgot my barrette.
Yeah, sure, no problem, Abby.
Otis? Were you showing me a lousy time so I'd get bored and leave?
What? What? How could you think that?
Wait, I thought we were.
So let's play the blame game. Let's see who should take the blame. Should it be the group, except Otis, for not letting Abby in the club and forcing Otis to come up with a plan? Or should it be Otis for going through with the plan? To make the choice more obvious, let's continue. Trust me, you haven't even seen the worst part of this episode yet.
Oh, that's all right. You don't have to hide from me. See, I don't care about your secret little club meeting, because I formed a secret club of my own.
It's coming up.
Oh, yeah, Brother Otis. Wow.
Check that
Mark,
out.
it's unprecedented.
Anyone up for extreme air hockey, cheese pizzas, and kung fu movies?
All of the above.
Guys, you are in the Brotherhood of the Barnyard, remember? Nothing can break the sacred bonds that bind us together.
Wait, so let me get this straight. So everyone except Otis didn't want Abby in their club for the sole purpose of being a girl, to the point of leaving if she joined the club. Otis did want Abby in the club, but was forced to say no. So now that Abby makes her own club because she wants a club, and at first wanted to just join the club with the rest, but they didn't want her, the club leaves and joins Abby. So when satisfying the group works, they end up leaving him for the person they wanted kicked out. I'm just amazed how you can mess up a story as just grand as this. You do realize that the Brotherhood minus Otis are not only total hypocrites, but they're also literally idiots, right? The type of mouth-breathing idiots that get attracted to shiny things. Of course they have fun at Abby's club, because Abby was never the problem. The problem was themselves. But before I go on, let me debunk some counter arguments. They do make Otis look to be in the wrong.
You can come too, Otis. Everyone's invited.
Oh, really? Everyone's invited? Never!
Too bad. See you later.
But just because they make Otis in the wrong does not mean he is. They even reach out to make Otis look as bad as possible with the volcano.
Brother Otis, fear not, man's puny fire. Whoopsie.
But even with the stupid things that Otis does, that does not have anything to do with the main hypocrisy in this episode. Let's talk about the club being boys only. 1, they already broke that rule when they let her in anyway. 2, you can clearly tell that they were reaching for a reason, because not only did they enjoy Abby at the other club, but if Abby brought all of that stuff that made Club Abby to the Brotherhood, I guarantee you they would have hand-waved that rule. And 3, and I don't mean this in any offensive way possible, but Abby is more of a boy than the rest of them. She's just as strong and just as competitive. And number 4, which is the most important, the leader, Otis, decided to hand-wave that rule and they decided to walk out on him. Otis in no way, shape, or form was wrong in my opinion. Even if he did join Abby, what is the point of destroying the old club? So blah blah blah, Otis, the supposed antagonist, gets hurt in the end. And all of his bones are broken because he didn't let the group leave and let Abby in. Which either way would have made his group leave, if you think about it. If Otis had let Abby in, they would have left. But if Otis didn't let Abby in, they would have left for Club Abby. So either way, with Abby joining, they would have left. They get off scot-free, and the clubs merge, which would have been the obvious idea in the first place. And by that, I mean changing the club's rules to include Abby. Repeat after me. Which is one thing the Alpha J doesn't like, is blatant hypocrisy. It's cartoon episodes like this that give the 3D platform the rep that it deserves. It's cheap, it's stupid, and even the most loyal of fans of the show have to see the hypocrisy in this. This is coming from a fan, not only of the show, but the idea of 3D animation. This was a fairly quick review I wanted to put up for Back in the Barnyard. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I hope your time was well spent, and Alpha